Hey everybody, and welcome back to Marvel Champions Experience. Remember, I would always appreciate it if you consider liking this video. If you truly enjoyed this content, please think about subscribing. It really helps me out. And last but not least, especially on days like today, drop a message down in the comments. Let me know if you liked what you saw, if you didn't like what you saw, if you want to see me make any particular comment in specific. And I really want to know what you think about Deadpool. All right, here we go. Deadpool. Probably the most, I'm just saying this for no reason, the most anticipated hero pack of all time. I mean, what can you say about Deadpool? I mean, the only thing that comes close to him maybe would have been Wolverine, but I'm sure that people have wanted Deadpool for a very long time. And what he's bringing to this is nothing short of amazing. And I thought about it the other day and I was like, oh man, you know what? It kind of sucks that we were probably not getting a scenario pack. And then what I didn't know, so I like going into these videos surprised. So the only thing I know about Deadpool is that initial reveal that they showed us, which gave us like 12 cards, right? But when I was coming back from picking this up at Complete Strategist in Manhattan, if you want to go pick up your cards, they're a great place. I am not affiliated with them at all, but I think that they're awesome. I didn't realize how many pool aspect cards we were getting with him. 47 pool aspect cards, turning any hero into a pool hero. So like, while we didn't get a oh my god, I just forgot it. Oh my god, a scenario pack. While we didn't get a scenario pack, this by itself changes every single freaking hero in the game. So this by itself is sort of like, you know, a scenario pack for heroes, which is amazing. So let's take a look at it because I'm very excited. All right, so let's pop this open. And if I already did my X23 video, that was like 20 minutes long, and this is way more bigger. So let's take, oh, what is this? There are two in here. Why are there two in here? Did I just get lucky? Did I like win the lotto by getting two posters? All right, we'll put this here. We'll put this here. Why do I have two of these in my hand? Oh, one's got to be for the pool aspect, and the other one's got to be for Deadpool, right? This is probably for Deadpool. There he is, and his little bomb. Oh, it's just the same thing. Oh, spot the differences. How many differences can you find? That's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty funny. Okay, that's pretty clever. Little game to play. Oh, Deadpool breaking the fourth wall. You guy. Oh, I'm not going to read this, guys. You're going to be bored if I read this. This goes over the pool stuff. But let's talk about this. I'm not going to read this because that's boring for you. But this very much looks like the instruction manual found on a, what's it called? I'm like, why do I keep forgetting the damn word for it? Not campaign, a scenario. This looks very much like the instructions that come with the scenario pack. So, like I just said, this is basically a hero scenario pack, which is genius, in my opinion. So we're going to put these to the side. I'll read those to myself later. And here comes my trusty nail. And for new viewers, the nail has been with me for a very long time. The origins of the nail, I just said this in the X23 video, but back when I first started making videos and grabbing some new cards, I was trying to open this. I had nothing to open it. I looked right next to me. I found a nail. I have not given myself tetanus yet, so knock on wood. All right, let's see what we got with Deadpool. This is a lot. This is a lot of cards. I'm going to be here for a minute. Okay. I've also heard he's interesting to play. Not bad, but interesting. So let's separate these. All right, let's get his cards, which looks like they're probably up to here. Ooh, a doggy. Deadpool. Here he is. Wade Wilson. 8 recovery. He is a mercenary / mutant. Looks like we're going to have some fun little things today at the bottom. I'm not going to read all those. All right, so he is break the fourth wall. Action, discard a card from your hand. Search your deck for a Deadpool event and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. discard a card from your hand, search your deck for a Deadpool event, add it to your hand. All right, this looks a little blurry. Let's fix that. Thank you, iPhone. All right, here he goes. Oh, wait, sorry. What does he have? 8 recovery. Massive. 9 health. 6 hand size. Okay. Deadpool has a 200 thwart, a 200 attack, and a 100 defense. But we are also told to ignore these zeros. All right. So he's a 2-2 and a 1. 2-2 and a 1. The regenerating degenerate. When you would be defeated, instead set your hit point dial to 1, change your alter ego form, and add 1 acceleration token to the main scheme. So there are ways he can die. I remember hearing a couple of you guys tell me about it. But overall, and I believe it's I think he can die. I forget how he can die. Definitely by his, what's it called? Nemesis. But it doesn't matter. You can really lose from the acceleration tokens. So if you go to 0, the main scheme gets an acceleration token. And I personally think I've lost more games like that than actually losing health. So that's pretty rough. That's a pretty rough consequence. All right. We knew Cable was going to be here, right? So let's see what you got, Cable. You are a 3-cost ally. 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Cable gets +1/+1 for each acceleration token on the main scheme up to a +3 and +3. So if, I don't know, like little risk, little reward, get him, if Deadpool dies, you can get this up to a 5/5, right? Which is really good, plus the 3 health, that makes him a 15 damage character. All right, now we have a 0-cost event, Exhausting Personality. Choose to place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme, stun and confuse the villain, or exhaust a player's identity. That player draws 1 card for each acceleration token on the main scheme. I'm not feeling too great about Deadpool. I don't like acceleration tokens. Is there any way to take them off? Maximum effort. Sorry. 0-cost event, take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. Deal an equal amount of damage to an enemy. All right, I see what's going on here. If I have this in my hand, right, on the first turn or so, take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. Up to your remaining hit points. I guess, can you kill yourself with this? Take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. Yeah, so if I have 9 health, my remaining hit points is 9. I'm assuming I can take my health down to 0, come back, put the acceleration token on, right? So yeah, I mean, this could be a 2 damage attack if you only have 2 health, but if you have full health, this is a 9 damage attack for 0 cost. So it looks like he's going to be really like toting the line of just doing a lot of damage and taking advantage of the acceleration tokens, which is a little scary for me, but I'm a very careful player. I try to be. So 1 event, meta knowledge. When an encounter card is revealed, cancel all of its effects and discard it. Take 1 damage for each star and icon in the boost area. Yeah, I mean, this is really good. What can I say? This is a really good card. Being able to stop everything, right? And just take some damage instead. We have a 1-cost event, Yoo-hoo. This is a thwart. Take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points, remove an equal amount of thwart. So yeah, this, if we're running, with the acceleration tokens, this can remove a lot of threat, and you just play around with it there. All right, Montage is a resource card. This card generates 1 additional resource for each acceleration token, up to a maximum of 3. So this can help pay for expensive cards like Cable, right? We have he's got a lot, there's not a lot of doubles I've seen. So we have a 2-cost support. We got the Chimichanga Truck, right? After an identity makes a basic recovery, exhaust the Chimichanga Truck and ready that identity. This is awesome. This is great. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to heal and ready yourself at the same time, especially with his massive recovery. We have a 2-cost upgrade. Oh, I've liked this one. After you play Armed to the Teach, search your collection for one weapon upgrade from any aspect and attach it face down here. Exhaust this and swap the card attached here with a weapon upgrade you control. So let's get this straight. You have a weapon on you, right? A lot of people have asked this question. Search your collection for one weapon upgrade from any aspect. What that means is go to every card you own. Every single card you own, take any weapon upgrade you want and put it under this card. Then you can exhaust this and swap this card here with a weapon you control. So he can basically use every weapon in the game. I was wondering how he was going to break the fourth wall, and there we go, right? He can let you search your entire collection, entire card, every single card that you own, and add that weapon to him. We just got to worry about being restricted, right? So let's see. This katana is doubled, right? Same thing, yeah. So he has a 2-cost upgrade. This is a weapon. It's restricted. All right, so you can only have 2 of these out. Exhaust Deadpool's katana and take 1 damage to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Exhaust Deadpool's katana. It gains piercing. So it's not bad. 1 damage for 2 attack. It's fine. We have a 1-cost upgrade, right? It ain't over. Attached to the main scheme, increase the target threat value of the attached scheme by 2 for each acceleration token on it. Now we're talking. Now I'm no longer afraid of putting acceleration tokens on it because this really, really helps. This is almost like mandatory to find somehow in your deck to use Deadpool. This card is fire. 2 copies of it. It is an event. After your turn ends, if this card is in your hand, take 1 damage. Hero action. Deal X damage to an enemy. X is the amount of... Wait, what? After your turn ends, if this card is in your hand, take 1 damage. Hero action attack. Deal X damage to an enemy. X is the amount of damage you have sustained. Oh, interesting. So if I'm thinking about this correctly, let's say I have maximum effort in my hand. And let's say it's turn 1 and I have 9 health. I can play maximum effort, right? And take my health down to 1. Right? I will have sustained 8 damage. If somehow I have the 3 resources to play this after that, I can deal 8 damage to him at that point, because X is the amount of sustained damage. So if somehow I can... What's his hand size? So his hand size is 5, right? If I can play this and maximum effort in the same turn, that's a 16-point swing, damage swing right there for technically 3 costs. That's pretty awesome. All right, so there are Deadpool's cards. I think they're very interesting. I think it's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to trying him. Something we've never really seen before. And let's take a look at these pool cards now. So I'm going to assume, let's see. I thought it was, okay, so here's the stop part. I just want to read these. This should be 25, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so what is this? Why is this here? I don't understand. Why does it say Deadpool? Oh, this is his obligation and stuff. Okay, so up to here. All right, these are... Everything comes in here is a pool aspect, right? This is the pre-con pool aspect that he comes with. So let's take a look at these. This is what I'll be playing with when I use him. So we have Dogpool. He's a 3-cost ally, 0 thwart, 1 attack. He has Retaliate and a Toughness. Deal 1 damage. When defeated, you deal 1 damage to an enemy. And it's got an acceleration token on it. So, honestly, I don't know. 3 costs to put an acceleration token on the main scheme for only 1 attack. Oh, but you know what? The attack doesn't have any consequential damage. And he's got Retaliate. He's interesting. I'll mess around with him. We have Headpool. 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack. That thwart has no consequential damage on it. He's got 1 health. After Headpool attacks and damages a minion, that minion attacks an enemy of your choice. So, you know, gives an extra boost icon. Unless it's a strong minion, I kind of would just like to keep him for the thwart, which is probably going to be really important since we're going to be getting a whole bunch of acceleration tokens on the main scheme. So Headpool can be really good. We have Kidpool. 3-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack. There is no consequential damage on that thwart. 2 health. Kidpool's attacks gain piercing. Gives an acceleration icon. Another interesting card, right? So I guess you can just keep his, I don't know, you can keep his own acceleration icon under control because of the one threat not with no consequential, but I don't know. Then we have Lady Deadpool. 2 thwart, 2 attack, no consequential damage on either. 3 health. When defeated non-elite minion. She, however, is awesome, right? Yes, the enemy gains a extra boost icon, but she can just deal damage and thwart with no while taking no damage. All right, we have 3 copies of Barely a Scratch, 0-cost event. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent 1 of that damage for each, let's see, acceleration, boost, plus encounter card, or crisis encounter in play. This is actually pretty great, right? Especially since you're putting a lot of acceleration. You could be putting a lot of acceleration tokens on and stopping all of that damage with this card. We have a 3-cost event. We have Cut Butter, not Uppercut. We have Cut Upper. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, stun that enemy. 3-cost event. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and stun that enemy. Max 1 per deck. Yeah, this card is phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, 6-cost event. I don't know. How the hell are we playing this card? 6-cost event. Max 1 per deck. Deal 10 damage to the villain. Deal 1 damage to each enemy and hero in play for each acceleration, crisis, in play. How are we playing this? How are we playing this? I mean, this is 3 with the acceleration tokens, right? There's got to be something in here that helps us out. I don't know. Can we just like theory craft this real quick? I do like this card. So let's pretend we have that other card that he has. It's 3 resource, right? And so that's a 3 resource. Let's pretend we have our double resource. That's 5, right? And we're holding 1 more. Let's say we have enough to play this. What's very interesting is this deals 10 damage to the villain and 1 damage to each enemy and hero in play for acceleration tokens and stuff. You could play this, like let's say there's 5 acceleration tokens on this. You can play this and blow everybody up and kill the villain and you won't die because Deadpool can't die. So this is a very good card. Just a little difficult to play. We have 1 copy of Get Ragey, not Ready. Ready an ally. And that ally gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. Max 1 per deck. So what I really love is how Deadpool is changing some of the older cards in this game. That's really, really cool. Okay, we have a 1-cost event. I got this. If the following icons are on 1 or more cards in play. So if there's multiple of each of these, if there's crisis, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Acceleration, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Boost icon, ready an ally, and encounter card, draw a card. So it looks like Deadpool is similar a little bit to Star-Lord, where he's going to make the villain a little stronger on purpose, but give us benefits for doing that. So this one looks like it's a riff on Great Responsibility, but this one's called Not My Responsibility. This is just an interrupt, not a hero interrupt. When any amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you or your allies take it as damage instead. When any amount, this is just an interrupt, hero or alter ego. When any amount of threat will be placed on a scheme, you or your allies take it as damage instead. This is, this is great to control that threat. That obviously will be, a lot. And since he can't die, for the most part, it's not bad. Wow, another 6-cost card. Pool Inspection. That's pretty funny picture. Max 1 per deck. Remove 5 threat from the main scheme, ignoring Crisis icon. Remove 1 threat from each scheme for each Crisis in play. So another expensive card, but kind of worth it, right? Here comes our player side scheme. 0 to put out. It's got 3 threat on it. Each identity gets plus 2 hand size, and you get 1 of everything in play. So yeah, living dangerously is the best word for this card, because that's pretty crazy. I personally don't know if I would ever play this, because I can deal with all of this except that encounter. That's the encounter cards are, but at the same time, as long as you can maintain the threat with him, the encounter cards might not be that bad, because they can damage you and you don't actually have to worry about dying. Let's see. Self-confidence is a resource. Double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage. Triple the amount. So it's 1 physical. Triple the amount of resources instead if you had sustained no damage. So this is an interesting card, since you can kind of control his health, right? Like if you just take him down to 0 health and then he goes back to full health, this becomes a 3 resource card. This will help you pay for these more expensive ones. I see what people are saying why he can be like weird to play. Self-control, max 1 per deck. Double the number of resources cards generate if you're... Is this the same thing? Self-confidence, self-control. Is this the same thing? Double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage. Yeah, it's the same card. It's pretty funny. Oh my god, that's amazing. There's 3 of them in the deck. It's the same thing, but they're all called something different. Oh, but they're different. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Like, maybe if you're playing him in, I don't know, off the top of my head, aggression, and you have dropkick, this can... Interesting. Playing dropkick with him. Oh, no, but this is a pool aspect. You can't mix and match, so it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, unclear. But it looks like you've got multiple of these in the deck. We have a copy of Get Good, 2-cost upgrade, right? Reduce the cost to play to Get Good if you... reduce the cost to play Get Good by 2 if you did not win your previous game of Marvel Champions. That's pretty funny. That's breaking the 4th wall, right? When a player would be defeated, set their hit point dial to 1 and change to alter ego form instead. Remove this card from the game. Oh, right, because you can use these. These aren't just his. You can use these with other heroes. I should do a whole series of making everybody a pool. That would be interesting. 3-cost upgrade. Healing factor, max 1 per player. After the player phase begins, exhaust healing factor, heal 2 damage for your identity. Yeah, this is awesome. This is great. Right? After the player, yeah. Just healing 2. And you can do this in hero form. This is a phenomenal card. And there's 2 of them? Oh, but max 1 per player. There's 3 of them. I guess just trying to get into your deck. Then we have... Oh, which one? This one used to be Tenacity, but it's called Stick-to-itiveness. Hero action, spend a physical resource, and exhaust this card. Ready your hero. That's what I'm talking about. Tenacity sucked, but this is way better. Spend a physical resource, ready your hero. This is what Tenacity needed. Now we're talking. Now Marvel Champions is paying attention. And we have a 1-cost event with frenemies, right? Team up Deadpool Cable. Deal 1 damage to each cable and Deadpool, and remove 3 threat and 3 threat from a scheme and 3 threat from a different scheme. This is fine. So this looks like it's Deadpool's pre-con pool aspect. I'll be playing with that when I actually take him through. Now let's take a look at his bad stuff. Okay, it looks like it's a lot of it. Okay. So we have the obligation. Exhaust each allies you control. Allies you control cannot ready. Other players cannot resolve. Sorry, I need to read this again. Exhaust each ally you control. Allies you control cannot ready. Other players cannot resolve player card abilities during this phase. Your turn. Force response. After the player phase ends, if you have not talked this phase, discard this card. That's very funny. We have Butler, Deadpool, Nemesis. I don't know much about Deadpool, so I'm sorry. Wait, what? Oh, so it's not consequential, sorry. 2 scheme, 1 attack, 3 health. When Butler schemes, place threat on involuntary procedures. If able. It's got to be involuntary procedures. This card comes with 6 health. After Deadpool takes any amount of damage, place 1 threat here. If there are 10 or more threat here, remove this card from the game. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, it's got an encounter card, and looks like if you can't remove it quick enough, you're just going to have to, like, let this stay in the game, and that'll get it out. Tabula rasa, attach to your identity. Treat your identity's printed text box as if it were blank. Spend 2 mental, discard this card. Yeah, it sucks. I hate cards like that. Mutant soldier. These are all Deadpool and Nemesis. Let's see. 1 scheme, 2 attack, 5 health with a tough. After mutant soldier activates, heal all damage from it. That is a rough Nemesis. We got 2 of these. All right. Deadpool. How do we get Deadpool into the game? Am I missing something? Is this... Does this have to be... now I'm a little confused. Reveal the set-aside Deadpool minion. Does this go into the... I need to look here real quick. I need to see what's up with Deadpool so I can try to explain it to you. I don't see anything off the back here. Player side schemes we know about. Edited cards. Deadpool. No. Okay, I need to look a little bit into this. Obviously, this is the Nemesis, right? So this gets pulled with Shadows of the Past. But how does Deadpool get into this? Do you just put this as a... Is Deadpool a... What's it called? A modular? Like, does it say that the Deadpool has to be put into the game? All right, I'll look more into this. Reveal the set-aside Deadpool minion and Deadpool deed side schemes. Shuffle the rest of this set-aside Deadpool encounter set into the deck. Remove this card from the game. So I know he can... Yeah, this is how... Oh, actually... Let's go back for a second, because I remember one of you guys telling me this. Where is this one? Tabula rasa, right? Treat your identity's printed text box as if it were blank. If this is out, right, and we have Deadpool out, we don't get the regenerating degenerate, meaning he can die. So if this one is out, he can die. So we have to be really careful with that. So then we have Deadpool. 2 scheme to attack, 3 health. Dreadpool engages the first player. Deal Dreadpool to the player who defeated him as a face-down encounter card. Okay, so you kill him and you give him back to another player. There's a way that you can defeat him, though. I'll show you in a second. Let's see. This is the side scheme. Place 2 threat here for each player who controls 1 or more pool cards. Okay, so we can get that out. That's the side scheme. This is how you kill Dreadpool. Or you die as well. Attached to Dreadpool, otherwise attached to the villain, right? So, force interrupt. When attached character attacks a non-villain character, treat the attached character's text box as if it were blank for the end of the attack. Okay, so this gets attached to Dreadpool. Since Dreadpool is attacking us and we're non-villain, our text box is blank, meaning Dreadpool can kill us. However, spend all resources, attach this card to your identity. So then we can get this, right? And then if we have this, we can kill Dreadpool. So this is the card that's going to let us take Dreadpool out of the game. However, it can also kill us. So we have to be very careful of that. We have 2 copies of Poolized. Treat attached ally as a pool minion with a blank text box. Attached minion scheme. What? I need to read this again. Treat attached ally. So this goes to an ally. Sorry, let's start here. When revealed, attached to the ally with the highest cost without the Poolized attachment. Okay, so this attaches to one of our allies. Treat attached ally as a pool minion with a blank text box. Okay, so this becomes a minion. Basically, if this comes out, one of our allies becomes a minion. And then we have Metacidal Tendencies. Deal 2 damage to each Deadpool Corpse character, 3 instead if Dreadpool is in play. If no damage was dealt this way, place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. So Dreadpool is pretty rough. I think this is a modular. I think. I would really like to see, I don't know, an encounter. Yeah, an encounter set. Featuring the evil Dreadpool encounter. Is it a modular? Yeah. It's an encounter, right? So, just want to see if I see it anywhere in these instructions. Using the pool aspects. I don't see anything, guys. I'm sorry. And I'm just skimming through it. Frequently asked questions. Yeah, it looks like it's a modular set, right? They're calling it an encounter set. Obviously, Dreadpool is a minion. So it looks like it's going to be a modular set that you can add to whatever you want. All right, so there's that. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the pool aspects. So you can add these to make any hero a pool hero, right? And let's get into this because we're already 30 minutes into this video. I knew this was going to take a while. Just looking at what we got here. Okay. We have Bob, Agent of Hydra. 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, no consequential with 2 health. After Bob, Agent of Hydra enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy or remove 1 threat from a scheme, and he has an acceleration token on him. There we go with the Negasonic Teenage Warhead, right? 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, no consequential damage with 4 health. When a treachery is revealed, deal 2 damage to Negasonic. Cancel the treacheries when revealed effects, +1 encounter card for each one. You know, the way this is balancing out, I'm not even minding these plus encounter cards. Pandapool, 4-cost ally, 0 thwart, 3 attack, 4 health with a tough. Oh, this is really good. 3 attack for an extra encounter card for a hero who can't die. Don't hate that. Okay, this is a 3-cost event per player in the game. Break time. Alliance, max 1 per deck. Okay. Take a group break. Leave the table. Read a comic book. When you come back to the game, heal 1 damage from each identity for every minute you are away. This is very funny. This is very funny. What a way to break the fourth wall. All right. 1 cost event. Get in front of me instead of get behind me. It's pretty funny. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects. The villain attacks you instead. Oh, here's the extra part. If an ally or another hero defends this attack, draw a card. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right? You can have him chump block you, draw a card. We have 3 copies of Mulligan. 3 cost event. You cannot play this card if you have played another card this phase. So you have to play this first. Discard your hand, draw a new hand. Yeah, I figured, I knew that's what it was going to be. 1 cost support, Deadpool Corpse Ship. Exhaust Deadpool Corpse Ship and deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Put a pool ally into play from your hand. Yeah, this dude is just playing with fire, and I kind of love it. I'm kind of here for that. Plot Convenience, 2 cost support. Exhaust Plot Convenience. Choose attach 1 aspect card from your hand face. Attach 1 aspect card from your hand face down here to a maximum of 3. Add 1 card attached face down here to your hand. Yes. So it looks like you can just put cards here, right? Attach 1 aspect card from your hand. Looks like you can just put cards here and hold them till when you're ready. It's fine. Sort of like what's his name? Captain Gwen Stacy, sort of. We have Ambush, 3 copies of Ambush. So 1 cost upgrade. Attached to a side scheme, max 1 per side scheme. When attached elite scheme is defeated. No, sorry, I apologize. When the attached side scheme is defeated, discard a non-elite minion. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Don't hate that. We have 2 bazookas, 2 cost upgrade. Restricted, max 2 per deck. Attack, discard bazooka, deal 1 damage to an enemy for everything in play. This attack gains range. Wow, that's pretty good, right? Especially if we load up on those acceleration tokens. This seems really strong. Oh, but you discard bazooka. Okay, you discard bazooka. So this is going to be one of those things where you kind of just want to build everything up and then just make people go boom. This is pretty funny, right? 0 cost upgrade, blackout, metagame. Spend 1 resource of any type. Move 1 threat from a scheme to an empty space above. Whoa, what? Spend 1 resource of any type. Move 1 threat from a scheme to an empty space above that matches the spent resource card. If all spaces are filled, discard this card and confuse the villain. This is pretty funny. We have 3 copies of Distraction, 0 cost upgrade. Attached to a non-elite minion, max 1 per minion. Attached minion cannot activate. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I like this. Give you a bit more control over the game. We have a copy of Laser Swords, a 3 cost upgrade. This counts as 2 restricted cards. So basically you can only... Is that a lightsaber? That's very funny. So you can only have 1 of these per deck. And looks like only 1 of these out at a time. It's because it's restricted, right? Your hero gets +1 attack for each of the icons in play up to a maximum of 4. This is really cool. I'd like to experiment with that as well. We have 1 copy of Rock, Paper, Scissors. 1 cost upgrade. Exhaust this card and choose 1 card in your hand. And discard the top card of your deck. Using the diagram above, if a printed resource on the chosen beats a printed resource on the discarded card, add the discarded card to your hand. So that's pretty funny. So basically you discard a card. If it beats it here, then you get to grab it from your hand for free. These are really clever, guys. Tic-tac-toe, 0 cost upgrade. Spend 1 resource of any type. Move 1 damage from a character to an empty space above, matching the spent resource. If there are 3 damage tokens in a line, deal all damage on this card to an enemy and discard this card. This is hysterical. And last but not least is War. It's a 1-cost upgrade. Exhaust War. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take 1 damage for each star or boost icon in the boost area of that card. Discard the top card of your deck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to that card's cost. This is pretty funny. This is really clever. I will give them that. This is a very, very, very smart way of creating a new aspect, making it very, very relevant to Deadpool, matching his, breaking the fourth wall nonsense. And I don't think he's going to be great, honestly, but I think he's going to be fun as hell. And hopefully I can get him a game with this weekend and, show him, that was in English, and show him to you all. But leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I have a lot of work I have to do. You can't see to the left. I mentioned this in another video. I still have not put away Domino, Cable, and any of the Next Evolution cards. I haven't put those away. I haven't put away Angel or Psylocke. I'm falling behind. Work is really hard and I haven't had time to clean up. So hopefully I can get that done today. But I also need to sleeve these, get this video done for you all. So hopefully we can, get a game up soon. All right, guys, take care. Hope you enjoyed.